Are you excited? Are you ready to see your first snow? Okay, here we go. You gonna touch the snow? No? Okay. You're not a snow person, huh? Ivy. Hey, baby. Are you warm? Pop, pop. Yay! Yay!
Look at this! I'm printing off your NFTs with me Game Boy printer I am! Looks pretty fungible to me!
I just tuned my entire piano to the same note. And I just booked a piano lesson, so let's see if she noticed.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Maybe you can play something or not, but you can go with some chords.
What's the difference between the white and the black keys? Because they sound...
Every note is different from each other, all right?
It sounds kind of the same.
Oh, it's very similar in your piano, but listen here. You're playing the same notes. Could you please
No,
show?
wait. I can show you. This is different.
Playing an F? Oh, no. Something is wrong with your piano. Play it like in a scale with one finger. It's not that. Please play a C. This is a C, but it sounds like an E. It's an E. It's not a C. Oh!
If I play a chord.
So strange. Sounds like E. This is the C chord.
Oh, that sounds so much better.
It's always the same note. Oh, that's broken.
Wait, so if I played all at once, that would be...
Sorry.
Is that an E? Actually, I do have another digital piano.
Use that. Go
Like
there.
it, but that's also E piano.
Okay, Spider-Man, for the last time, it's an NFT. It's a non-fungible token. All right, you spend $300,000, you buy the little cartoon monkey, he could be smoking a cigarette, he could look like Elvis, he could look like Spider-Man maybe. It's an NFT, non-fungible. Once you buy it, it's yours. Nobody else can have it. There's no funging. What does fungible mean? What does fungible mean, he asks. Let me tell you something, all right? When currency as we know it is replaced by NFTs, you're going to be sorry that you didn't buy all the little cartoon monkeys. I'm going to buy a mansion, and I'll probably only need like 2 little cartoon monkeys, little NFTs. I'm going to go up to the realtor. I'm going to be like, hey, I want to buy this mansion. Here's my little cartoon token. It is non-fungible. So that's basically what it is. I got a question. Is this like an Uber? Was I supposed to give you my address before, or are we just doing a whole lap around all of New York State? Okay, I'll be quiet. Wow.
Last summer, I swam from Brooklyn to Manhattan. I had to start the swim at slack tide when there wasn't much of a current, or else I would have ended up either in the Atlantic Ocean or the Bronx.
There you go, Donnie!
Thankfully, there wasn't a lot of ferry traffic that day, and while I saw a couple police boats, they didn't bother me. In fact, the only obstacle I encountered was stale bread.
There's Donnie. I think he had to reroute because of a bunch of baguettes. Just a whole bunch of baguettes just coming right towards him. This could be bad.
Not sure why I did this, besides to prove to myself and my coworkers that I could. I just hope swimming in sewage doesn't have any long-term health consequences. When I made it to Manhattan, a bunch of confused Chinese people were there to congratulate me.
Good job, right?
I celebrated by taking a dip with Lady Liberty. The difference between try and triumph is a little bit of umph. I read that off a meme page this morning and it really motivated me.
I found a build-your-own princess cape. How stoked are you? Show me how stoked you are.
Big.
Big stoked. Let's go.
You big too?
I'm big stoked. Are you big stoked? How big stoked? I found your pits! It even comes with a real princess magic wand. I believe this magic wand has the power to shrink you down. Okay, let's not shrink you down.
Right behind that Lufthansa 747. Once he exits the alleyway there, we'll be able to make a right turn and head into the gate area. Thank you for remaining seated until I will turn off the seatbelt sign once we park at the gate. Until that time, please remain seated. Again, welcome to New York. It's a beautiful evening here, about 70 degrees right now.
Let the abuse start. Come on, you can't let him get away with that.
Nice briefing. Welcome to New York.
Welcome to New York.
Thank you.
Good to be here. What was the temperature again?
Where's our gate?
Gender reveal gone wrong.
Wait, what does yellow mean? Oh, you warmed it up? Dude. Fuck yeah. Oh, I was doing keto. I started keto today. I'll start tomorrow.
Wait, you started keto today?
Yeah.
We went and had burgers.
Son of a bitch, we did have a burger today.
And tater tots.
We start tomorrow.
Start tomorrow.
We start.
We went and had a burger with a fried egg.
Shut up, dude. It's fit. It's protein.
And you get a latte. Can you get a latte on?
No, it's a shaken espresso. That's not keto, is it?
No, I don't think
Nothing
so.
I had today was keto.
No. Really, everything you've eaten is not been keto.
Nothing. Nothing at all.
I've been with you all day. I don't know what you thought you were doing.
We're starting tomorrow.
The wife of the Prince of Wales, she is actually the Princess of Wales.
Camilla? Princess of Wales? Sorry, love, the Princess of Wales is dead and buried. You can't take her place, you dirty whore. Yes, I think that's a terrible insult to Diana, for her to be named Princess of Wales. The Princess of Wales is dead and buried, God love her. You're never going to take her place. We don't want you, dirty scumbag.
Runneth thy pockets? I think not, you scallywag.
You're a copycat. You take it and you leave it hanging just like that. Just like that. You're falling flat. You find someone like me to bring you up right back. Up right back. Can't be that. Obsessed with power. You want it for yourself, feeding on misogyny, but still you call yourself a feminista. If that were really true, you wouldn't feel as if I were a current threat to you. But I know that people around you say, just do what.
This is a quick demonstration of my zigzag wine opener. This style of corkscrew was originally designed by a Frenchman named Jules Bas in 1919, and to this day the zigzag is still manufactured in France using the original 1920s molds and presses, which I find very cool. It isn't the most efficient opener I have. I'm much faster with a 5-turn or waiter's corkscrew, but I just love the aesthetic and experience of using it. As you can see, you twist it all the way in, and then the levers help you pull it out with relatively little effort. I kind of popped this one out for the effect of the video, but you can just wiggle it out much cleaner. Here's a close-up of the mechanism. It's a high-quality build. Give it a drop or two of oil every once in a while, and this thing will outlive you. This is a bottle of the Petit au lait Pinot Noir from Trader Joe's. It was $10 and hard to pass up at that price. Very smooth, drinkable. For the money, not bad at all. Cheers.
Laura, come, we are doing our film night. I am suggesting we are watching The Bourne Ultimatum. Ah, there he is. Can you turn on the subtitles? I cannot understand anything they are saying. Not Matthew, he is good. Who is that? Who is that? Who is that? I have never seen this man before. One of the main characters? No. They are coming to attack you and you are not ready? Attacker! Matthew, attacker! We have to rewind. I did not understand anything that is happening. She is like stupid for him, no? Run! Run! She is dyeing her hair black and cutting it short. Original. Wait, who is that? I am not understanding anything. Go back. Oh, this is not really special. He is drowning in the water. He cannot be alive. He is alive! Matthew!
What's up? Like, do you even care about me? Oh, okay.
One of the weirdest things I noticed after moving from Israel to Germany is that today's neo-Nazis have problems painting swastikas. So I made this to help them out. Sig Heil, welcome back. Certainly glad you could join us today. Let's just dive right in and run all the skin colors on the screen you'll need to have if you want to paint along with us at home today. Let's just start right off by ethnically cleansing our brush, shall we? That's right. We got our palette with some classic colors. Got some Aryan white, Prussian pink, Cyclone beige, Thousand Year yellow, Rasenschande red, Blitzkrieg brown, and finally, some Hugo Boss black. Be sure to keep the darker colors separate so there's no intermixing. Just imagine each color is trapped in its own happy little camp and can't get out. Now we're going to march our paintbrush from the bottom to the far right section of our canvas. Don't be afraid to really invade the space. That's right. Take that little brush all the way to Poland. Now we're going to retreat our brush towards the Upper East Side. And don't you worry, this is no capitulation. We will never capitulate. Now we're going to take a big push all the way down to Africa. Now this might feel like the wrong direction for some of you at home, but remember, this is your world war. You decide which country you invade. All that's left to do now is one final push from the left.
Actually, Herr Ross, the swastika, it's wrong again.
Scheiße! Scheiße! Verdammte... Was soll das? Warum sagst du es mir erst jetzt? Du fucking Volli... Du Schädling! Hi. Welcome back to the joy of swastikas. Alright. Now let's invade Poland, take over France, Russia, and finally... Ach du Scheiße! Was zum Teufel ist hier los? Das kann nicht wahr sein! Das kann nicht wahr sein! Verdammte Scheiße! Ah! Verdammte Scheiße! Ah!
What if the Beatles wrote A, B, C, D, E, F, U?
What? Oh, you expect me to... Oh, no, I'm not playing it. God, no. That was a purely hypothetical question. The last thing I'm going to do is pander to the algorithm and beg you in the comments to listen to my music. It'd be futile. I'm not playing it. Keep fucking scrolling.
Did you know one of the biggest songs of all time is a complete mystery because no one knows who wrote it? In fact, the version we know today is actually a cover of another song. But it gets even crazier. Because even though people think this song is the original, it was actually inspired by a jingle from radio. But 1 year before that jingle, this song came out. But 4 years before that, this song came out. But this song was inspired by another song from 5 years before that. But that's not all, because apparently that was inspired by a sports chant dating years before that. So to this day, no one knows exactly who wrote this song.
So I understand the sentiment here, and it's something that I hear a lot, but I just want to push back on this a little bit. The US is enormous, and for that reason, we can't pretend it's some singular body that can be modeled into a small European country. But we can design major population centers to be less car dependent. Rural areas, maybe not, but cities, combined metro areas, these places absolutely can be designed for walking and cycling and public transit. I know this because at one point they were. Now, the images you're about to see here are, quite frankly, very sad. Here is Cincinnati before the interstate highway system, and here it is now. Here's Atlanta before and after. Detroit before and after. The list goes on and on. We had dense, walkable neighborhoods all over the country, and we destroyed them. This forced people to relocate out of the remaining downtown areas and gave rise to the suburban hellscapes that we know today. In fact, those urban freeways that I was showing actually doubled as a physical barrier for segregating minorities and the impoverished, which is a topic that I'll discuss in a later video. Now, I'm not advocating to tear down all the interstate highways or ban cars. I mean, these are massive economic drivers and are completely essential for rural areas. But our cities can recover from what we've done to them, and we can find a happy medium. In a pretty extreme example, here's Boston. In the 80s, they noticed that this kind of sucks, and so they just took I-93 and put it underground. Now it looks like this. But my favorite example of a huge transformation is that of Amsterdam. Take a look at this map. Does this look familiar? Almost like every major American city? See, in World War II, Amsterdam was decimated and it rebuilt itself to be essentially a car paradise. This was the plan for what Amsterdam was going to look like by the year 2000. However, people realized how awful this was and literally rioted to prevent these urban freeways from being constructed. The city then went on to become one of the most walkable places in the world. I'm not saying we need to start rioting, but there's no European magic that prevents us from making smaller but impactful changes, at least to start. Again, we can just do so much better.